Hey, what's up guys, Jack here from Magpie, back again with another album review. This week it's Creeper's Eternity in Your Arms. My god, have I been waiting so long to listen to this. But before we get into the review itself, I want to let you know of a little admin. We're doing a giveaway. That is right, we're giving away 2 tickets to Slam Dunk Birmingham on the 27th of May at the NEC. So it's super simple. All you have to do is click the link in the description. That'll take you over to our Facebook page. You just follow the simple steps on there and you could be in with a chance of going to Slam Dunk 2017 at the NEC in Birmingham. But enough of that, let's get into the review of Creeper Eternity in Your Arms. So just a little bit of backstory to go along with Creeper. They're a punk band from Southampton and they've got 3 EPs out to date. They're really building up a fan base, they're building up this back catalogue of songs, really great songs as well, and they're really building it all up, and it's all leading to this debut album, Eternity in Your Arms. And if you want to throw in some bands to give you an idea of what they sound like, you can throw in AFI, Alkaline Trio, Misfits, MCR, and even on this album there's a track that could fit straight into any Queen album. And you can really tell this album has got a lot of thought into it. The narrative, the whole structure of the album, the pacing of it, it's just so good. So as I said, they've got that narrative nailed down behind the band, behind the album. It's all there, it's all really well thought out by Will and co in Creeper, and it really shows through on the album. It sort of takes the story of Peter Pan, and there's 3 main characters. You've got the stranger who represents the crocodile in Peter Pan and Tick Tock Time, and then you've got James Scythe who actually has his own story all in itself, and I'd definitely recommend you go deep into it, because the deeper you go into it the more you get out of the album and the music. And he represents Captain Hook and losing time, and he's getting older and he's aging on. And then you've got the Lost Boys who in this case is represented by the Callous Heart, who is this it's like the fan base, it's the band, it's the heart with the skeleton and the moon in it. If you've ever seen that logo dotted around, it's Creeper's logo, it's the Callous Heart logo, and all those characters come together and really tell this story of Eternity in Your Arms fantastically well. So it kicks off with Black Rain, and it starts with this girl introing the album, and it really brings you in and really demonstrates that it's a theatrical album, it's a bigger album, it's a more ambitious album. They've got this story going through, as I said, and it all adds up to this masterpiece that they've created. And Black Rain kicks off, it's punk, it's fast, you got the circle pits going, and then this huge chorus, and it really draws you in. Like, you don't understand the big choruses that they have, and you don't understand why they're such a small band. They should be playing, you know, bricks and size academies. And then that brings us on to, I could literally go through this album track by track and tell you how great they are, but I'm just going to give you the highlights. Something like Cricket, which is a country song sung by Hannah, who's involved more in this album than she has been before. She's really stepped it up. She's got the keys going a bit more, the keyboard playing, and her vocals are just, they're angelic at times. They're cut through you in such a way that it strikes an emotional nerve in you. And it's a long time since a band can do that to you. And I think the inclusion of her is such a masterstroke, really. And having her own song in Cricket, it's almost this country song. And it's got violins, it's got keys, it's got some acoustic guitar, and then that's when Will takes a step back and has his backing vocals along the track. And when I say Will takes a step back, he is such a lead on all these tracks. He controls the album, he orchestrates it, and he does it in such a way that seems effortless almost for a young band like they are, 2 years, 3 years old that they are. And Will to be compared to the likes of Bowie, Mercury, Freddie Mercury already is unbelievable, but he's well deserved in that list of names, to be honest with you. He's such a character on the track, such a voice, and just his voice, technically is amazing, but to actually portray it in a way that is, so emotional and so big, etc., is just amazing. But at the end of the day, Creeper are a punk band. They play fast, they play hard, and it comes across in so many tracks. You've got Poison Pens, which is the 2nd track on the album, and it just kicks your face in. Like, it's so good to hear that sort of older school punk come through, like the Misfits or someone like that, and Creeper really doing it well and doing it justice. That leads me into the bass and the drum section. The bass it seems louder than I hear on certain albums these days. I don't know what it is. I am a bass player, so maybe that's it, but you know, hearing that bass and the drums work in unison and then, you know, come across in such a way that it keeps the album intense and fast, and that heaviness not just being this theatrical over the top thing, it keeps it grounded, I think, and that's what makes it so well. It's this meld of theatrical and just punk come together in such a way that it really progresses the album in such a great way. I just want to put across the songs that I haven't picked to talk about. It's not for any particular reason. I could literally pick another 3 or 4 songs and tell you about that for another 10 minutes, but every track has a catchy hook or a catchy breakdown or something that will keep you humming all day. It's just, it's mind-boggling how many massive anthemic songs that they have. And then you have a track like Misery, which is an awesome song in itself. It came from the last EP and it fits perfectly into Eternity in Your Arms. And then the final track, I Choose to Live, is that Queen song, that anthemic beast that starts off with a little bit of piano and builds up with the whoa-ohs and then the line I Choose to Live, and it's going to blow anyone away. On the live set, it's going to be amazing. You know that every person's going to be singing along to it, and it's going to be in something stupid like 500, 600, 700 cap rooms rather than 4,500 Brixton Academy or something like that, where it deserves to be. It belongs there, not in the clubs and the pubs and that sort of thing. It belongs on a main stage. It belongs in a Brixton, and I can't wait to see it live. I just want to emphasise the writing on it. Will has alluded in previous interviews and that sort of thing that he is very big into English literature, and he has really beautifully created this story, a 3-act story. It's a, you know, perfect book, if you will. You've got the first act, and then it ends on Misery, and then it picks up again, ends on Cricket, and then picks up again, and then ends on I Choose to Live, and it's that perfect bang, 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 3 arcs, if you will, and 3 acts that take you through the album and just keeps you hooked. And the pacing of that really comes across as well. You can tell as you're listening through it. It's like, okay, I've got some punk songs, now I've got this really emotional song, now some punk songs and a rock song and an Alkaline Trio song and an AFI song, and it just all comes together, and it builds up and builds up, and then it creates this whole, you know, album that is Eternity in Your Arms, and just makes you want to just go back to the start, click play, and just listen to it all again, because it left me wanting more and being more excited than I had ever been for Creeper and what they can do in the future. And let me just reiterate, this is a debut album. You know, people talk about albums, this album, that album, but it's always the debut that really, you know, it's the first mark that you make as a band. An album is a whole collective work. It's not just a few songs that you've been working on. It's a whole journey rather than just a single and then a couple of tracks. It's a whole different level of writing and performing. It's a debut album. It's the next level, basically. And all I can say is that if this is the debut, then I have no idea what to expect from a follow-up here. It's gonna be pretty tough to beat it, but I'm pretty sure if there's any band that can top their own work, I've seen it before and I'll see it again from Creeper, it will be Creeper. Right then, if you haven't got it already, definitely check out Creeper. They're a top quality band from the United Kingdom. If you want to catch Creeper live, definitely check out their UK tour. Tickets might still be available by the time this video comes out, we'll see. But you can also check them out at Download Festival, which is going to be a huge set for them. You can also check them out all summer long on the Vans Warped Tour in the US, which is going to be amazing for them, huge for them. And yeah, it's another Roadrunner band going out there, delivering a top quality album, and the sky is the limit. Right then, that's been it for this video. Let us know what you think of Eternity in Your Arms. It's been out for a few days now, so drop a comment down below letting us know what you think of it. And also head over to our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram and giving us a like as well. That helps out immensely. And also give that subscribe button a cheeky click. You never know what will happen. I've been Jack from Salute the Magpie, and we'll see you next week.